એમાં
Right.
365 ડેઝ નું છે.
Right.
રોજ રોજ એક એટલે છે તો એક કલમ 30 દિવસ માટે, પણ એ રોજ એક નવું સૂત્ર આવે એટલે એક રિવિઝન થાય અને રોજ આ શક્તિ માગવાની.
Actually,
Right.
that's wonderful. Pulinanandji, that's wonderful.
હા, એટલે અમુક લોકો જે રોજ કરે છે ને, આમ ટેબલ પર બે કેલેન્ડર પડ્યો હોય, વાંચી છે પછી
Right. Exactly. We hang it on the refrigerator. So kitchen માં ગમે ત્યાં કામ કરતા refrigerator ખોલતા કરતા તમને વંચાય. Rajnikant, if you have it, can you forward it to me, please?
મારી પાસે હાર્ડ કોપી છે, પેલું નથી, આપણે સોફ્ટ કોપી છે, હાર્ડ કોપી નથી. આઈ ડોન્ટ નો, પુલિનંદજી હશે તમારી પાસે એક્સ્ટ્રા ક્યાંક કોઈ પાસે?
જોવું પડશે. ઇવન આઈ હેવ ટુ જસ્ટ હશે તો હું મોકલાવી દઈશ. ખાલી તમને ડેલા સુધી કેવી રીતે પહોંચશે, કારણ કે આ લોકો તો કયા બીજા સ્ટેટમાં રહે છે ને?
નહીં, no problem, that will take care of it, no problem. Once it comes here,
Once it is America, we get it.
they can mail it to, no problem.
Right.
પૂછી જોઈશ.
Yeah, it will, no problem. Yeah.
તમને ગુજરાતીમાં પ્રેફરેબલ છે ને, હું જોઈ લઉં. મારી પાસે ઓલા 365 ઇંગ્લિશમાં તો પડ્યા હશે. એટલે let me ask whether he'll carry it, because that weighs 1 pound.
Right.
And 9 કલમ વાળું, અરે 30 દિવસ વાળું બી જોઈ લઉં. ઇફ આઈ હેવ આઈ સેન્ડ અ હાર્ડ કોપી, પણ સોફ્ટ કોપીઝ તો તમને મળી જશે. એમાં when it first came now, a person was so delighted. એ 30 દિવસનો જ છે, તો 30 sheets of paper. એની બી પ્રિન્ટ કાઢી નાખો ને તમે, અને પછી એને સ્પાઇરલ બાઇન્ડિંગ કરો તો યુ કેન જસ્ટ ફ્લિપ ઇટ એવરી ડે. ઓલું 365 જરાક વધારે મોટું થઈ જાય, એનું પ્રિન્ટ કરવું.
એ તો બહુ જાડું થઈ જાય પછી.
એટલે એ તો તમારે પછી એનું એ તો પછી છે ને ચોપડી એક પેજ ઉપર
એક્સ્ટ્રા હોય તો યુ કેન રિક્વેસ્ટ ખંડુભાઈ, મે bring it, no problem.
Okay.
પૂછી લઈશ. પૂછી લઈશ.
ઓકે, જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
ખંડુભાઈ અમને હંસા પૂછતા હોય છે કે તમારે કઈ લાવવું, તમારે કઈ લાવવું છે,
ખંડુભાઈ અત્યારે ઇન્ડિયા ગયા છે?
હા, અત્યારે ઇન્ડિયા છે.
ઓકે, હવે આપણો ટાઈમ થઈ ગયો છે. શ્રીમંત બોલાવો.
જે કોઈ છે ને. નમો વિતરાગાય.
નમો વિતરાગાય.
નમો અરિયંતાણમ.
નમો અરિહંતાણમ.
નમો સિદ્ધાણમ.
નમો સિદ્ધાણમ.
નમો આયરિયાણમ.
નમો આયરિયાણમ.
નમો વજ્રાયાણમ.
નમો વજ્રાયાણમ.
નમો લોએ સૌ સાહુણમ.
નમો લોએ સૌ સાહુણમ.
એસો પંચન મુક્કારો.
એસો પંચન મુક્કારો.
સૌ ભાવ પનાસણો.
સૌ ભાવ પનાસણો.
મંગલાણં ચ સુવેશેમ.
મંગલાનં ચ સવેસીન.
પરમં હવૈ મંગલમ.
પરમં હવૈ મંગલમ.
ઓમ નમો ભગવતે વાસુદેવાય.
ઓમ નમો ભગવતે વાસુદેવાય.
શિવાય.
ઓમ નમઃ શિવાય.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ. જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
Jai Sachidai. Kruti, are you from Chicago? Okay, that's what I figured, because I know your parents are in Chicago, but I don't know you were in Chicago.
Yep.
Okay. Well, welcome to our SAS. You are attending first time, ne?
Yeah, I didn't know this was available until recently.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you put your phone number on my on the chat? So
Sure.
I will add you in our group.
Okay.
Okay. In the meantime, just for your information, Kruti, we've been talking about from past, from column number 1, 2, 3, 4. We are in the 7th one, which is of course all related to food. So you want to say something, Pulinanandji, before we ask questions?
Just before, can you just tell me, Kruti, some background? જ્ઞાન લીધું નથી લીધું શું છે? What's the...
Yeah, so I'm 25 years old and I'm a medical student finishing up my degree I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I've taken Gnan. I haven't been to Satsang in a couple years, so I'm hoping to get back and learn more and, just be more present.
Very nice. And which language are you comfortable in?
English. Gujarati avde, but some of the bigger words are harder for me to understand in Gujarati.
I understand. Take it. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, we have two English satsang. One is this youth one, and one is on Sundays also. So you can definitely catch up on this Gnan basically. What is Akram Vignan about, and the Gnan that you have taken, how best we can make use of this Gnan in our day-to-day life. How will it bring about inner peace, and how we can progress on the path of moksha. So it's very nice youngsters, if they come to know of this wonderful science at an early age, then they can practice it and their whole life goes very well. Personal life, professional life, in your case maybe educational life, and of course spiritual life. So the one key thing you can do is just pray to Dada that, may Dada Bhagwan, may I understand your science, may I understand the five agnas, so as to lead a very happy life within, happy life inside, happy life outside, and progress on the path of moksha. We can use your words. I'm just giving the broad this thing. Why I'm saying this is very important is, if we pray, we get what we pray. We get what we ask in general. So if you desire that you want to understand this science and you want to progress in the relative world and real world, the nature will do the needful. Will do the needful in the sense, you will get the required inputs for your growth. You will draw the, like someone told you this, then you step by step you'll keep on progressing and progressing. So prayers, like it's this is common principle in the relative world. We use it that you want to graduate or you want to do this practice, you want to go to Alaska for vacation. So the moment you put a desire, you get the inputs to achieve that end. If I'm going to Alaska, which flight, which hotel, which this, which that. Same thing in your career. So the same principle applies for spiritual growth also. And Dada science is so wonderful that it helps us very much in our relative world, relative dealings with people, and keeps us equipoised, keeps us in equilibrium, and we can take the unfavorable circumstances, unfavorable relations or issues with a lot of grace, without getting disturbed or without finding the other person as faulty or at guilty. So, welcome to the satsang, and feel free to ask. As Rajni Bhai said, we have been working on the now columns. Basically, we just mentioned about the column number 7. I hope you know the column, no columns. Have you heard of them?
Yeah, I have the Charan Vidhi and I think it's in there.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, same. Yeah, true. So one of the things you could start as a Purushat was to do Charan with, at least do 3 mantra, no kalam, everything once, in case you find time, shortage of time. Make a beginning over there and then you'll advance this thing. So basically 9 kalam, no kalam, or 9 kalams, or we call it 9 diamonds in English. Basically those are 9 types of desires every living being can do, so that his bodily, his relative dealings uh, become non-hurting to people, by mind, by speech, by action. So amongst the 9, we were on column number 7, where we described about the food that we asked for strength from Dada Bhagwan. May I take food of all the 6 flavors, pungent, sour, sweet, salt, like that. And may I not get entangled in any particular taste or any particular food. Some people like tikha, spicy. So there is I eat only spicy. Some people like sour, katta. I eat only katta. Some people like sweet. I will not eat bitter karela. So you may have an inclination for a particular flavor or a taste, but do not neglect the others. So ask for strength that may I take food with having all a balance of all the six flavors. Samrasi khorak, yani a balance of all the flavors, because that is good for the health of the body, and it removes the dislike for the other flavors. And another important thing in that was eat whatever comes to you, eat with relish, and just forget it. Don't keep craving for it. May I get this ice cream next time, this pizza next time, this dokla next time, this whatever I like, So the more the craving, more will we get engrossed in our bodily this thing. We engrossed in our body, and we want to remain engrossed in our soul. That we want to remain separate from the body. We want to remain in the awareness of that I am the pure soul. I am not the body. I am away from the body. So to support this purusharth, this kalam is of use. Where we just have to ask for the strength. You don't have to do anything about it. You don't have to put it into practice. Please ask for the strength. This is your inner intent today. This is your inner intent today. Body will have a lot of cravings. Body will have a lot of, mind will a lot of crave. I want this food, that food, because that is what we have brought. That is what we have brought. So that discharge will play out. Thoughts will definitely 101% keep coming. But my intent today is I don't want it. I'm not in support of it. As simple as that. So it will come and go. It will come and go. Not that you will stop eating. You still eat, but you only change the opinion within. That this is not the source of true happiness. The source of true happiness is the pure soul within us. So to remain anchored in the pure soul, this is one of the pushas or one of the currents. It's a big challenge, but just keep it at that. This is for a brief introduction to where we were. The other columns are much more easier and much more useful outright. May I get the strength not to hurt someone's ego? May I not get the strength not to hurt someone's beliefs, religious beliefs? May I get the strength not to do about tiraskar, disgust and anger. May I get the strength not to speak harsh words? May I get the strength not to be lustful? May I get the strength not to criticize people? So there are other parameters also. So those will be a little more easy for you. Easy in the sense because you're just joining, so that everything is very easy. It's a matter of getting acquainted with. So that was a brief introduction. We leave the forum open to anybody who wants to share some experiences on the seventh kala. Did you ask for the strength, and after asking for the strength, what was your awareness, and where you could succeed, where you could not succeed? You are very good and observe what's happening with it. So Saila Ben, Mira Ben, Aruna Ben, anybody. क्या बात है silent.
Do you have any question, Kutika?
Okay, ठीक है. Then we can have some.
Do you have any question?
I don't have a question, but I will say I had the intention for quite some time that I want to go back to satsang. I want to learn more about my religion because it did give me a lot of peace of mind when I was more involved. So it's nice to see that intention played out.
Oh, very good.
That is very true. All intentions play out. Question is, what is the intention we should be, intending? All spiritual masters, including Dada Bhagwan, have only shown mankind what is it that you should intend or ask or desire. We all want happiness. They have only shown ask for permanent happiness. Don't go after temporary happiness. And number two, in this worldly life, you don't want to be unhappy. Do not hurt others. Have the deep down a very strong intention not to hurt anybody by mind, speech, or actions. So these are two major intentions if one keeps. May I get permanent happiness, happiness of the soul, and may I not hurt anybody with my mind, speech, and body. These two are the cornerstones of any spiritual growth. Keep those very strong. And of course, this one that I want to catch up with the satsang, understand the science, that will also play out. And we could narrow it down slightly in the sense that in case you're having some issues which are not resolved, then even put that in your intent that what do I do in this case? In not getting along with someone or someone driving you crazy, someone's behavior disturbing you, or some issues. You are young, so you will not have any health or wealth issues, but any other personal level issues. So just pray for that, then you will also get answers to those questions. You set the ball rolling where it's adding value to you instantly, and then gradually grow and understand other aspects of this science.
Yeah, also, when you have time, you can watch, if you go to our website, JSS, not website, but JSS YouTube, I will send you the link. You can go on the playlist of JSS Youths, and then you can, when you have time, you can watch some of the past ones. Okay. Very good.
The English one will be useful, yeah.
Yeah. Let us take some more other questions, then you will have some other question on food also. Shailaben?
JSS Apt Pulinanandji, JSS Apt Mahatmas. Yeah, last time I had mentioned how this was a very challenging Kalam for me because of my need for comfort food. And I've been trying to bring more awareness while eating and also doing a prayer before eating so that, like you had talked about Atma Jagrati. And so I'm thinking this is the first step, this is the first thing I have to practice before, because the desire for eating good food or for any specific dishes. So it's very strong in me. So that's why I feel like I've started doing it. I've started praying. And apart from that, there are a couple of questions. Last time you had mentioned about how you had this desire for eating pani puri, if I remember from your experience. I think you had mentioned, and then how you were able to attract it, and how the Parmanus get attracted. I think that is the thing you had explained. I was trying to understand that, is it just for food alone, or does it also apply to other things? Like, can you attract the Parmanus? Is that work? Like it's almost like manifesting something that you desire or you want. I don't know if I'm making this clear. Is it just for food alone that the Parmanus get attracted? Because that when you have that Parmanu for this thing, for a particular item, then automatically you mentioned that it gets attracted, and then that somehow comes or gets it manifests. So does it also apply to other things?
In a way, yes. In a way, yes. In a way, yes. You see, basically, we started with food because that's very easy to understand, and it's a key thing, a key purusharth also. So rather than crave for any food, we must just be vigilant on what is happening within us, what Parmanus are rising within us, and those will automatically come to us. The science is the desire that rises within us. The desire that rises within us is the part of the discharge which we have charged. So for something to come into action, first the desire must happen. Huh? I want to study, I want to travel here, I want to do something. So that is so that is desire is one of the key indicators that this is what is going to happen in reality, as you said, manifest.
Right.
As far as food goes, so there were Dada Bhagwan has 2-3 hardcore examples, which I also have, and it's a very proven. So that will happen, and typically men also have, but women have little shade higher, a sense of eating good food and happiness from food.
Happiness from food, yes.
It's a prakrutik, this one of the natures of prakriti. So it's a good source of purusharth, a long-term project, mind you.
Yes.
And it's not too difficult also to address that issue. Basically, one thing is awareness that you have this craving for food. That shows that we have imposed happiness from food. That there is a lot of happiness in having tasty, good food. You know, in the previous births, we have imposed that desire. We have felt, there is a lot of happiness in good food. I must have good food because that is my source of happiness. So that is so strongly imbibed that it now plays out. It will play out in terms of thought. We'll keep on getting thoughts. Let me eat this, let me eat that. This is nice, that was nice. I must have more of this, I must have more of that.
Yes.
So now the Purusharth is to be aware of these thoughts coming, these desires coming. Okay? Just be aware, oh, so today you want to eat this, you have also planned for tomorrow, you have planned for next Sunday. Acha, acha. Okay, okay. So just talk to file number 1, Sailaben.
Okay.
So this is all you want. Okay, you will get it. Let us see how Vyavasthit plays. But take it easy in the sense you eat it mindfully in the presence of Chitta and eat it slowly and just exhaust that desire. You want you to eat this, whatever that this may be pizza, it may be dhokla, it may be idli, whatever. Chalo, you wanted to eat, this has come to you. Now eat it in the presence of Chitta. Chew it slowly, and then say, Chalo, you're happy, fine. And then you must also say that this food is not a source of happiness, permanent happiness. Food is not a source of permanent happiness, number one. All happiness taken from this body, not only food, all the 5 senses for that matter. From the sense of sight, from the sense of hearing, from the sense of taste, as we are talking about. All happiness from this body is on loan. So that loan will have to be repaid. If you do then you'll have to be repaid in the sense there'll be some illness and by which doctor may advise you should avoid this type of food. Say fried food, say sweet food, say spicy food, for example. And then that is the repayment. Everybody eats, I am not allowed to eat. So this is an understanding to be given to Parnamus. This is today's right understanding as told by Dada Bhagwan for seekers on the path of moksha. It's not for everybody. It's for those who want to be liberated from the body. And what is holding me or attaching me to the body is this sense of food. I want to eat this, I want to eat that, this was nice. Next time I will make this way, I'll make idli this way, I'll make this that way, I'll add this flavor, I'll marinate this way, I will do this, I will do that. So all that is engrossment in the body.
Yes.
Now we want to remain separate from the body, and now we are supporting things which are getting us engrossed in the body. So it is in conflict with our goal. It's not wrong per se. It is in conflict with our goal of being separate from the body, goal of being going to moksha.
Yes.
That was the wrong belief which we had since many lifetimes. We had this wrong belief since many lifetimes that food is a source of happiness. So that belief has now to be fractured. Now it's a hardened chronic belief. So it's going to be a long-term project. ऐसा नहीं कि ये किया and it should be over. No.
No.
Because we have put layers and layers of that belief, So the way is to go slow and steady. Convince the mind, convince the intellect, and happily do the push-off. If you do it by force, then after some time, the mind will rebel. छोड़ो nothing. खा पी के मजा करो. I'll go to देखा जाएगा.
Definitely. Yes. It's very strong.
So, it is a carrot and stick approach. Carrot and stick approach, and in the sense, see, if you do this, then you are getting engrossed in the body, then your Atma Jagrati is being sacrificed. That is showing the pitfalls. And the carrot is, if you eat less, you will be more alert, then you'll be so happy, your inner happiness will increase, you will not have about, you'll practice the five agnas also nice. So what are the advantages? So show the advantages and show the pitfalls, a stick and a carrot, both approach. And in piecemeal basis,
Yes, definitely the pros is more.
And one of the things perhaps could help is that, supposing a favorite dish you have made or gone to someone's house where that is made for a party, then we feel like eating more of it. So one of the ways of convincing the mind is you take here, put a break here, and I will fulfill your desire next time. The next time maybe after 1 week, 10 days, whenever. Do not eat a stomach full of it. If you eat less of it, then the Jagrati will not be disturbed. Typically, our Jagrati is disturbed when we eat tummy full. We fill our stomach with food. Then our drowsiness sets in. So the key is to eat little less than the appetite or hunger. Now to maintain that, you have to tell the mind, okay, enough. Now next time. It's like an EMI. I will give you all your desires in installments. You like Pani Puri? Okay, this much. Then next time. Your Pani Puri is not going to go away. Your Parnamus are not going to go away. I am also not going to. So it will be fulfilled. Take it easy. Just talking to the mind. This is talking to the mind. Because the mind says, okay, next time, to find the next time. And we will say, okay, stop. Then break will come. Basically, it's a dual role play we have to do. We have to give it the food at the same time, not get entangled into it. Because you can't even break it. You can't even put the brakes that no Pani Puri, no nothing doing. That will not work. Because scientifically, those Parmanus have got to be fulfilled.
It's strong.
So the only answer is to give it in installments.
Okay.
The mind is also happy and the alertness does not dim.
Basically fooling the mind.
And there is one nice classical example of Dada Bhagwan, as mentioned by him. If I may just narrate that incident, Dada says at that age, 70, 75 something. Now, he loved mathias. Mathias is a nice fried food they make in the Yes. So he had a particular liking for mathias very much. Now, from the health point of view, it was suggested that he not take oily or fried food in breakfast. So, from health point of view, that was not desirable. Other boiled or nice breakfast was also would come in the morning along with that milk and all. So matcha will be there, then the pova will be there, then the others milk will be there, everything will be there. And when the tray comes, the mind will say, eat matcha, eat matcha, eat matcha. Yes. So Dada said, okay, if I have the desire to eat 5 mathias, I would give 2 or 3 mathias.
Just one.
So in the process, the mind is also satisfied and the health is also taken care of. So this is one of the ways of satisfying the mind, that and as well as not hindering our Atma Jagrati. And this is the way we have to go. This is the way we have to go. You can't just put your foot down, nothing doing, I'll not eat this. No.
Yeah.
It is a controlled discharge. That is, you are giving the food, but in a controlled manner. The control remaining with you. Rather than getting carried away by the mind, let me eat this, let me eat this. उसको बोलने का क्या, कल नहीं मिलने वाला है, बाद में नहीं मिलेगा. Why you want to just go and eat more and more of that, in a party and say pani puri was favorite, eat and eat. अरे भाई, where are you going? It's going to there. Have it next time. What's there? As if nothing is going to, you won't get tomorrow. Now this is just mind management, nothing else.
Yes.
This is discharge mind management. The effort is charged mind, which is playing out. Now we have charged like this, so it's going to say, thoughts will come. It will say, eat this, eat this, eat this, eat this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Purushad is just to rein in and say, okay, now enough, now next time. And to put that break, I'm saying it's not so easy. Huh? There'll be a lot of success and failures. 10 times, 5 succeed, 5. Putting
Yes.
that breaks is not very easy.
But one of the things that works is like chewing more times.
Ah,
Chewing, it reduces this thing.
that will work. Yeah, that will work. You feel I have enough, and then you feel tired. How much to chew?
How
Chodo, I
much
don't
to
want.
chew? Exactly. Yes. So that works, I feel. Yes.
You will tire, my jaws will tire. So it's how much to chew? Chodo, enough is enough.
Enough.
That is one of the ways to get motivated to put a brakes on and maintain onodari or eating less than the hunger.
You also get the flavor of the food. Yes.
Flavor of the food, sense of fullness, and also enough.
I think it's right.
So this is the way where we partially agree to the mind or the inner intent, and partially have things in our control.
There's just one other question I had. Of course, I don't know if I have time for that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, you mentioned about how when you're the person the person who's cooking, the cook, his thoughts, his desires, everything matters. That is that you said there's a science behind it, and you'd explain it later. How it affects the Parnamus in the food. And you said so.
You see, whatever intent the person has, that does get translated into bhav in the food, And supposing, just look at the opposite example. Supposing you are having a relative who's going to visit you, person whom you are very friendly with, whom you like, a relative or friend, whatever it may be, and you want to serve him or her very well, she must really like the food. I want to see that she's very happy when she goes, he or she goes. So how joyfully you make whatever you prepare, will she like this tikka? No, she likes the more oily, she likes less oily, whatever, you know you see the other person, and then when it is made with that frame of mind, that bhav somehow gets translated into that in the food atoms, and the person who eats will also feel very happy, even if you have made a little error in the food, slight more salt or slight more sugar or slight less of all that.
Right.
He will relish it because it's not the food only, it is the intent behind the food, which is very important. Now this is one example. Now picturize another scenario where you have a guest, but you're not friendly with that guest. So the guest is not friendly with you. You don't like that person, but you have to anyway host the person. That happens. Yeah, our in-laws or people we don't like or things like that. So then what happens? I have to prepare so many people. They don't even consider my health is not good. What to do? Chalo, khana banana padega. And then you make it. And you see it, the person will have not liked it. He may comment, he may not comment. There'll be a big frown or whatever, visible or within the mind. So that dissatisfaction or disgust that you had in you get translated into the food and it affects the other person. As it has come as a role play for you in preparing food. So then you must have the desire that may I prepare food which satisfies everybody, the eaters. Now, this simple inner intent will help in a way, in the sense, supposing at times, we are not very in the mood or we are not very healthy or comfortable for whatever reason, and we still have to do it. But if the intent is right, then naturally the food will be prepared accordingly. Naturally, the food will be prepared accordingly, and the person will not have a complaint. खाने में मजा नहीं आया, ये बराबर नहीं था, this was not good, that was not good, that will not come because the intentions were good. Now just try it and let it come with some experience, see how it works.
Yes.
I'm trying to put into words I don't know, because I've seen this. So, I mean, I've not cooked food myself, but I've seen both ways because once, you see, as an Aptaputra, whenever we have to go at new places and people are hesitant, what really like, he eats this, he does not eat that. They are in a sort of dilemma. Should I prepare this? Should I prepare that? What will he like? Then one Mahatma told me, I did one simple thing. I just prayed to Dada, hey Dada Bhagwan, give me the insight to make food, which will make the eater very happy. એને ભાવતી વસ્તુ એને અનુકૂળ પડે એને what is I don't know what to say to અનુકૂળ what is comfortable to the person, may I make the dish which is comfortable to him, and then that intent worked because somehow I find it was fine. So post dinner, in the course of some other satsang, this point came up, and that's how she narrated her experience to me. I didn't understand what to do, so I just prayed. That means she set an intent inside. I'm not saying you should pray with Dada, but it's a setting of inner intent. Basically, this is setting of inner intent. Now, the importance of all this comes. Importance of all this comes. Dada says this, that whatever food we eat, the whole body, constantly new cells are generated and all the old cells are destroyed. There's a regeneration of the whole body. Yes. In simple terms, old Parnamus are exhausted and new Parnamus are set up. Yes. And the mind Parnamus, of which the mind is made, the food has a lot of bearing on that. Food has a lot of bearing on the type of food we eat, the atoms of food. So if you eat roadside food which is unhygienic, then those things will come. People with violent temperament, that will come. Stale food, that will come. All that matters. Those type of Parmanus, then your body and cells are made accordingly. That is why these people are now very health conscious type of food and fresh food and their vegan movement, and every day there's a new movement and new discovery. So everybody has discovered that whatever we eat has a bearing on our health. So not only the body cells, tissues, muscles, but also the mind, basically. The mind. And also it has a bearing on awareness, Jagrati. It is a proven that if you take tamsi food, in the sense of onions and all those garlic and all that stuff, a person may have a tendency to become angry. Yes. Then the more of the fruits or non-vegetables we don't eat, eggs and all, then it has a covering, you're not able to understand the subtle things in life. The person is very gross, he eat meat and drink. If one wants to understand the science or want to be more spiritually aware or active, if one wants to increase his Atma Jagrati, then you need light food, non-violent food. Yes, food, there is minimum violence. Violence will be there. You cannot eat a non-living. We have to eat living. Yes. So, but where there's minimum, so one sensed living beings like all grains, fruits, and things like that, they come into that. The food that we eat also has a bearing on the Atma Jagrat. The point was that. And error of the food puts those Parmanus, and those Parmanus get activated accordingly, that will have a bearing on the eater. So we must, this has become a slightly need of the day in modern times, because people are rushed for time. There are conflicts, so people are agitated. In the morning, they wake up with a grumpy face, and then you have to do this, and then while preparing food, the milk will overflow while boiling the milk, or some water will spill over. You'll cut a finger while vegetable, and the hajar lafras while preparing food, and the person will get more agitated, and then more the agitation, and then it has a plays havoc on the recipe of the food you're preparing, and there'll be a lot of halla kulla. And then some, not in your case, but in a typical average family, the child will be yelling and is not getting ready for school and not doing homework, and the mother is at a wit's end to satisfy the in-law, the child, the husband, everybody demanding her time and attention.
Yes,
And
and everyone will be angry. And,
she's so disrupted, and then making food of that type.
yes, yeah, that's how it happens. Yeah.
So that is number one. Number two is, uh, and then thing that has happened is this mobile, my favorite serial. Hey, let me see this. Or
All
my
the
mood is off. Let me watch this serial, and I'll make chai. I'll make food also. So making food while you're watching this TV or serial or mobile or whatever. That is absence of the
yes.
chitta, basically. Your heart is not there in the food. It's a mechanical process which is going.
Yeah, we make the same thing sometimes. Awareness
So
is.
this has happened in the modern era. It was not there in the pre, because the karmas were not so compressed. The day was very simple. You did few limited activities, and the day would end. Now you have to do so many things in so short of time
Always
that
multitasking.
people are stressed out. And so I think it's the need of the day where, see, we cannot change the situation, we cannot change the stress. There will be a lot of multiple demands on your time and energy for the lady of the house or whoever is cooking the food. Those will not change. So what to do? So at least while preparing food, just set this inner intent, cool down your mind, bring your chitt into focus in the food that you're preparing. Put your mind into focus. Basically, these prayers put them into focus, and your intent is put. So the food goes well, the eater it goes well, his mind is well. So there is harmony in them, that harmony in the house, basically, and everybody's progresses spiritually also. Because mind is the critical thing. No? I want to say Vidya, I don't want to see Vidya. I want to watch Satsang, I don't want to watch Satsang. I want to go movie. So all that is driven by mind only.
Yes.
Now, how do you have a good mind? Although it is cause and effect, but this is one of the evidences in the effect. So this is one of the physical evidences that Dada Bhagwan has suggested, that preparer of the food should do it, and even the eater of the food should do it.
Put the intent out there. Okay.
It works. How it works? This is the sort of science behind it. How it works. But for that matter, anything. Why food? Uh, you want to wash dishes. Now you wash dishes with joy or wash dishes with disgust.
Yes.
It have a bearing on the quality of work. Reading, writing, work, or my office work or any other work, with what intent you do it, the quality will be there. So same thing works here also. And this, it's not you alone, it's the family who's going to suffer. All the eaters of the food for that matter. So it is very useful if the person who does, typically women, who do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Jai Sachidanand. Miraben?
Jai Sachidanand, Jai Sachidanand Mahatmas, Jai Sachidanand Pulinanandji. I'm so sorry. I have a horrific cold, which is why I have not been talking or doing anything for the past couple of weeks. But I have a question about it. Because of this horrific cold and because my taste buds are not there, I don't really want to eat. But I have watched Meera, this file number 1, go every meal and take one breakfast, one lunch, one dinner. Even though this Meera does not need and Meera does not taste anything. And Meera, I told Meera that Meera Ben, don't, it's okay. You put the intent, I put the intent, Meera Ben, you only are needing to eat what you need to eat. Don't eat over much. Don't do this, don't do that. So today I went back to work and we had a function at work. We had some, what is it called, like a presentation at work. So in the presentation at work, I had breakfast and I had lunch. I did not even want to eat. And then Meera felt bad that Meera is making those people feel bad that she's not eating that food. So still I ate something. And I'm watching this Meera do this without taste in her mouth. I am chewing the 32 times to even understand if I can get that taste. If Meera is like not understanding what, but Please, Pulinanandji, please help me. What can I do? Why is I am watching Meera, I'm watching Meera do this, saying, this is crazy, Meera. There's no need for you to eat like this. Because you're sick also. And you have no taste. And you have nothing. Jai Satchidanand.
So this corroborates what I just mentioned with Saila. That since n number of or infinite lifetimes, if not infinite, a large number of lifetimes, we have brought this belief of happiness in food. Now that belief is so deeply ingrained that that belief is playing out its part. You're eating for the sake of eating, although your health does not need it, your taste does not permit, and you find a very nice excuse. What will others think if I don't eat? So it is that belief which is playing out. It's good. You are watching Meera doing all this, so that is a very good thing, and that is one of the key elements of our Akram Vignan, where we observe file number 1, doing whatever it may be. It may be doing right, it may be doing wrong, but we are observing it. So that is a very good thing. Very, very good thing. It's Atma Jagrati. It's awareness, spiritual awareness, soul awareness. So it's good. You observed, Mira, that there are two counter forces playing inside it. Physically, body does not need it. The taste and the mind keeps on. It still eats. It is following the mind.
Okay. So Meera's body is still following the mind only. Mind, even though body does not need, taste buds do not need, nothing needs, but Meera's mind is saying, yes, you must eat, and it's bad that, people will think that you're not nice, and okay. So I should just tell my mind to chodo? Like, what do I do? What should I do?
Now, there are two ways to approach it. First thing is the awareness that this is happening inside. Then awareness that this is not desirable. And then the solution will come. The solution will follow when we want to change something. And when you change, the need to change will come when you feel you need to change. So far, we never felt the need to change. Now that the seventh column has popped up and you feel, this needs to be addressed. This issue needs to be addressed.
Yes.
So you have to make a strategic decision inside you or program yourself that you will now follow the stomach and not the mind when you sit to have a meal. If the stomach says, I want, you get it. If the stomach says, don't want, and the mind says, eat, it says, sorry. I will eat when the stomach says so.
Okay.
This is one of the I eat according to the stomach and not according to the mind.
And that may mean that Meera also has to stand. Meera may have to not eat with the family. Meera can sit with the family, but Meera is not. Or somebody. Yes, correct.
Very much. And very nice. Tell the family, I'm there for company, but right now I'm not feeling very hungry or whatever. But I'm there for company. I'm there to help you, serve you, whatever.
Okay. I can do that. Definitely.
So this is one of the ways of mind management or to rein in the mind which goes after food.
Yes, I was completely surprised. Jai Satchidanand, thank you for this satsang, because if last week after that satsang, I was completely surprised at how much this mind moves Meera. So much discharges.
Everybody, this is a very big challenge, mind you. It's a long-term project, and this will come. But it is a very essential Purusharth, and it takes time for it to overcome it. But 20-30% to success story we can get, and then gradually that will increase. It's going from the heat or fire of the belly to the fire of the spiritual awareness.
Yes.
The more the fire inside, more will be the fire of awareness. And less the fire inside, the less will. That means if you eat tummy full, then Jagrati will go down. As simple as that.
Huh.
Not that you should not eat tummy full, but somewhere the balance has to be there. Because, no, this is full effect. This is the carrot and stick approach that I was saying. This is the carrot approach. See, if you eat less, na, or only when you're hungry, na, you'll remain more aware, you'll remain more in agnas, and then you will progress spiritually. So that is the carrot you have to dangle before Mira's mind.
I will do that. Yes.
It's the carrot.
With Dada's help.
100%. That too, we have to keep on saying and saying and saying. And also, mind you, this you do, but even in your spare time, when you even have 5 minutes also, just very quickly say, hey, oh Dada Bhagwan, give me the strength to eat only when I feel like hungry, or eat only less than the appetite. Just whatever words you put, but just quickly ask for the strength 5 times, 5 times, 7 times, whatever.
Right.
So it's a reminder for the awareness to come when you are sitting on the dining table.
Correct. Okay. Yes. And
Now
I will help everybody.
But when I'm at the dining table, I'm healthy and nice savory dishes in front of me. All this go down the window. Will not remain over there. So that this resolution of my mind, or this resolution of mine, it remains with me and pops up at the time of taking meal. This self reminder or revision is required in the spare time.
Okay. I will do that. I will pray. Every day I'll pray. JSS Apt Pulinanandji.
And please share your experience next time. And Saila Ben also to share her experience. Now, unless there's a homework, the Purushat will not be done, Oh, next time I have to tell, so I have to be vigilant. and so it's one of the motivators for doing Purushat. Nothing, not that I'm taking your exam or something, but it's a motivation. When I'm committed, that I have made a commitment, then that's the way to go for it.
Yes.
Okay, Jai Sachidanand. Kritika?
I had a question. Is it bad or problematic to watch TV or movies while eating, or does it not make a difference?
According to Dada Bhagwan, is absolutely detrimental or undesirable. He was very strong that while eating food, one must pay attention while eating in the food or in the process of the eating. Chitt or presence, we must be present while we are eating. In English, they call it presence of mind or mindful eating. Because they don't have a word for chitta. They call it consciousness, but basically we must be aware when we are eating, as simple as that. And Dada Bhagwan also mentioned that if you eat in the absence of chitta, then it will have an effect on your heart and it will invite heart disease. Eating in the absence of chitta will invite heart ailments or heart disease, heart attack. You use the word heart attack at this point of time. But if I broaden it, maybe issues related to heart. So that is one thing. But the essence of the whole thing is that we must eat in the presence of the chitta. Definitely not while watching TV. What will happen? Two things will happen. Basically, you will not even know how much you have eaten. And even if you have a nice dish which you like, say you like some sweet, say gulab jamun, and you're eating, but your attention is in that movie or serial or TV or whatever, and then you don't even know how much you ate. You not even had experienced the taste, you see. So instead of 2 or 3, I didn't get the good taste. So then you will cut down 1 or 2 more. Then that may lead to overeating. Just to satisfy the taste here, you eat more down. Now, whatever we eat, you see, the beauty of the whole thing is the sense of the taste comes only. the sense of it comes, the taste of it comes only while the food is here, because that taste comes only in the taste buds. Moment the morsel goes down the throat, what you have eaten will not, that the taste is not there, unless it's too spicy or something, then it burns inside. But even the savoring part of it, the savoring of the food, maza aya, that will come only till the food is here in the mouth. So you chew it. So even two gulab jamuns or two of that good food that you like, eaten with mindfulness and chewing, will give a sense of satisfaction. Ha, I've eaten, I liked it. I've eaten, I liked it. So you may not have to eat more to get that sense of happiness. Now that will happen only when your chitt is present in what you're eating. Your attention is there in what you're eating. If your attention is somewhere else, in talking or TV or mobile, then that will be absent. So you'll indulge in more just for the taste part of it. So this is a guidelines, a very important guideline. So basically, you have to make a decision that henceforth I will do it like this. Not that it will come into behavior from day one. It will take time to come into behavior. But 2-3 days you may eat while watching TV. 2-3 days you will eat while doing this. Or then be some days where you're generally watching what you're eating, and also generally watching the TV, then also watching what you're eating. Dual things will happen, and slowly you will convert to that. Overnight, if you convert, then your family will be aghast what's happened to Puti. In case, I don't know whether you're staying with your family, or I don't know, since you said you're studying medical student. But it's and if you're with friends, so it'll be all the more a big challenge, because it's going against the tide. Everybody is watching TV and eating food, and you're the one. But you can still do a role play. You can still do a play. They will feel you're watching TV, but your attention is here. Just dramatically, nice, and eating. There are hajar ways to be with the flow and remain in Dada's Agnya. In the flow means what everybody is doing. They feel, oh, Kruti is with us, and you are still following Dada's Agnya. A via media can always be found till you come to a stage where you need not be in the flow. I'm not overloading you, otherwise you will get overwhelmed. Too much of a challenge.
Do you know what Chitt is, or there are 6 tastes of food, Kutika?
I knew about the taste, but I didn't know about Chitt.
You know 6 tastes? 6 tastes in the food? Just briefly, please explain, Pulinanandji.
Yeah, 6 tastes, I think, see, first is sweet. Then you have salt. Then you have sour. Then you have pungent, means tikha. Then you have bitter. And then one more is left out.
Salty?
Salt. Salt. So these are the 6 tastes, basically. And Chitta means present. See, basically, in our antas current, that is within us, we have 4 things. One is the mind. Mind is that from which thoughts erupt. Present day thoughts, good thought, bad thought, this stuff. That is called the mind. And second is the intellect. Intellect is the thing that decides what to do. It weighs the pros and cons. What is where I will benefit. Basically, it seeks advantages and disadvantages. You board a train, then you will automatically seek, oh, let me take this seat. There'll be wind, sunlight, or there will be more breeze. Whenever you go out, let me take this route. I will save my time. So advantage and disadvantage. Who decides that? That is intellect that is working. Profit and loss, the advantage of doing this or disadvantage of doing that. Should I take this route? Should I wear this dress? Should I do that? All that plus minus is intellect. Then Chitt is something which takes photographs at the cross level. In the sense, supposing you are in this room and you are asked to visualize your college, your classroom, eyes closed. Can you visualize? So now, so what you're saying, I saw the desk, I saw the blackboard, I saw this, I saw that. Now, who has gone and seen that? That is called chitta. The thing that goes out, or when you're studying, you remember home. Now, who has gone home and visualized that? That is called chitta, the faculty of visualization which goes outside and it goes externally. So that is called chitta. And the last is ego, ahankar. So all four play a part, and then the decision that takes place inside results in activity outside, physical activity outside. For example, if you were to go on a slight picnic or a trip to some outside city, then you have options whether you go by a train or you go by your car or you take a flight. So the chitta will show you that if I go and train, there'll be jostling. If I go flight, it'll be comfortable, but then it's so and this thing. So various photographs will come that the chitta will show. Mind will give various thoughts that let me go by train or flight or by road or whatever. And the intellect will weigh the pros and cons. If I go flight, it will be more expensive, but less time. If I take the road, it will be more time, but a lot of traffic and self-driving. So pros and cons of each will be shown by the intellect. And ultimately, after weighing the pros and cons, you decide, no, I will go by train. So, and then the ego puts its stamp, yes, okay, I'll go by train. So what you will tell outside, I decided to go by train, and then you will go by train. So it is four things working within us in a very subtle manner, in a very quick manner, and then a decision is being arrived at. Mind will give thoughts, intellect will weigh the pros and cons, Chitt will show the photograph, and ego only just stamps on what the decision is taken by the intellect. If the intellect says go by train, ego says yes. It is like a presidential seal on the bill that is being passed by all the members of the parliament. The ego is just a rubber stamp. It will do what others say. Yeah. So that is the inner working, or antaskaran as we call it. So Chitta basically, to come back to the faculty by which we visualize with what goes out. Very technical definition of Chit is Gnan and Darshan, that is knowledge and understanding. But I'm not delving that into it right now, a bit too much. But basically keeping your attention at the time of eating food, as simple as that, to begin with. We can elaborate, but then it'll become too much right now. Okay?
Okay. You think Sukritika today is useful session for you?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Hopefully we'll see you more, okay?
You said you're from Chicago, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
The parents are Chicago, but she's also in Chicago. Yeah.
Good.
Okay,
Nice.
very good. Our time is up, so continue 3 months. Everybody, please follow.
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Variyantanam.
Namo
Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo
Siddhanam.
Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Vasayanam.
Namo
Vasayanam.
Namo Loe Savasahuram.
Namo
Loe
Loe
Savasahuram.
So Panchanamukkaro.
So
Panchanamukkaro.
Bhavavapanasano.
Bhavavapanasano.
Mangalanancha Savvesem. Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai